What's up, guys? Welcome to Bisexualization. This is Nestor Adriansen, and today we will learn year-over-year growth calculations in Power BI. Hey, before we get started, if this is the first time that you stop by my channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss anything. Alright, guys, let's do it. So today we have three different points here. The first one, of course, we will learn about the year-over-year growth calculations. The second point, we will learn the basic requirements to perform a year-over-year growth calculation. And finally, for those who love putting everything into practice, I have a practical case. Okay, so guys, this is gonna be fun, and let's keep going. So the first point here is the definition about year-over-year growth calculations. Okay, so according to what you guys see here on the screen, a year-over-year growth calculation is a measure of growth expressed as a percentage. Okay, so here we have an example as well. So this is basically as a reference because this is a basic math calculation. So the definition of growth here is we have the numerator, which is the difference between premium, the current premium, minus last year premium. So divided by last year premium, and everything multiplied by 100. So this is just a basic definition. This is not a DAX definition. We will see a DAX definition in the example, okay? So don't worry. So having that as a reference, let's go to the next point. The requirements to find a year-over-year growth calculation. I have right here 3 requirements, but there might be more. But just for this tutorial, I'm considering just 3. Okay, so the first one, we have to be familiar with time intelligence functions such as data, parallel period, same period last year, etc. For this particular case, for this particular tutorial, we're gonna use the data DAX function. Okay, if you want to learn more about this function, I have created a tutorial about comparison between time periods, so you might want to watch it. I'm going to share with you guys the link as well. Okay, so the next requirement is we need to be familiar with the divide function. We also have right here a basic syntax for this function. Okay, so we have the numerator, denominator, and also we have the alternate result. So the last part, this part right here, this is optional, but the first two, they are mandatory. Okay, so the next requirement for this tutorial or for this exercise is to be familiar with variables. Hey guys, if you're not familiar with variables, so don't worry. I also have a tutorial that I created last week, so you might want to watch it. I'm going to share with you guys the link as well. Okay, so those are the 3 requirements, and now let's go to the next slide. There you go. Here we have the practical case. So we need to answer 2 questions here. The first one, we need to find the year-over-year premium growth for my insurance company. Of course, my insurance company is a fictitious company and we have data. And finally, we need to create 2 visualizations by using the year-over-year premium growth calculations. So now let's jump into Power BI Desktop. All right, so here we are in Power BI Desktop. So real quick, I'm gonna show you guys what we have, okay? So we have right here 2 tables. So our first table is called claims. We also have right here our dates table, or it's also called calendar table, okay? So why is it important? So we need to have a calendar table because we need to use this column, the date column, as part of the data function. Okay, so we will get that, don't worry. Okay, that's what we have. We have 2 tables, and before we get started, we need to make sure that these 2 tables are connected. So let's go to model here, and let's make sure that these 2 tables are connected. Okay, it seems like these 2 tables are connected. So now let's make sure that this connection is accurate. Okay, of course, right here, so the connection is between date for dates table and also claim date for the claims table. So let's double click right here and let's make sure that everything looks fine, okay? For the dates table, we have right here the column date. That's the key column. And then for the claims table, we have the claim date as the key column as well. So the date format is the same, so we are good. And also another important part here is that we need to make sure that cardinality for the dates table should be 1, and then for the claims table it can be 1 or it can be many. For this case it's many, so we are good. And also another point here is about cross filter direction. This should be single always, okay? And of course this should be active. Okay, so everything looks fine. Now let's close this. Let's go back to report. So now it seems like we are ready to start working on this exercise, okay? So the first thing that we want to do here is create a table. So the reason to create a new table is to store all measures, okay? So let's create this table, okay? Enter data right here, and we're gonna call it all measures, okay? Underscore all measures. It's loading. All right, so now we have this table, and this is the table where we are going to store all our measures, okay? So another important point here is to be familiar with our data, okay? So let's go to data here real quick. If you guys have been following my tutorials for a while, I've been using this data, and I just want to make sure that we understand what we have here, okay? So this is a fictitious insurance company. I call it my insurance company call. And of course, we have right here claim ID, claim date, claim year, delivery date, product claim, delivery company, collected premium, claim cost, shipping cost, and of course, right here we have also city and state where this claim happened. So now let's go back to report. Okay, after we have created our new table, all measures, and also after we check our claims data, so we need to start solving our first question. So in order to do that, we need to create 3 different measures, okay? So how do we do that? Right click right here, new measure. And our first measure is gonna be called total premium, okay? I'll enter, and we can expand this a little bit so we can see the changes better. Okay, so this is gonna be basically sum, and we need to sum the total premium collected, okay? So we have right here collected premium, boom. So it's working, great. So that's what we have. We just created our first measure, okay? So how do we know if this is working? So let's create a table real quick. It's right there. We can even move this to the left, and let's select this measure right now. Okay, it seems like it's working, guys. We can even customize this measure a little bit. Select the measure, and right here let's add a comma as a 1,000 separator, okay? So just to visualize the numbers better. Now let's create our next measure. The same strategy here, right click, new measure. We're gonna call it previous year premium, okay? All right, so I'll enter again so we can expand this, and we're gonna use here the calculate function. So the expression, we're gonna use the measure that we just created, okay, which is total premium, comma, and right here we're gonna use the date add function. Remember that this function is part of the requirements, so we're gonna use this function right here. And for dates, we're gonna use the date column from the dates table, okay? This is very important, guys. Okay, let's do that. Comma right here, number of intervals, this should be -1 because we are looking into previous year, comma again, and then for interval here we need to select year right there, close parentheses for the calculate function, and that's all we have. And let's approve this change. It seems like it's working. Okay, so now let's drag this measure into this table just to make sure that it's working fine. Okay, it seems like it's working. We have right here a number. So what we need to do here is the same thing here. We can add a comma as a thousand separator just to visualize the information better. All right, so now let's create our next measure. Right click, new measure. So let's expand this part here as well. So this measure is going to be called year over year premium growth. Okay, percentage here and right here equal. I'll enter. And right here we want to use variables. So if you're not familiar with variables, these are powerful tools in DAX because it helps us to improve code readability and also performance. Okay, so we're going to use variables here. I'm going to share with you guys a link as well because I have created a tutorial about variables. Okay, so let's do that. Variable here, and this is going to be called previous year premium. This is the name of the variable. Equal here. I'll enter, and we're going to use here the calculate function. Okay, so the expression, of course, this is going to be total premium for previous year premium here. We are using the same definition that we use for the previous year premium measure. Okay, comma here, and then we need to add the date add function here. Okay, so for dates, of course, we need to use the date column from the calendar table. So it's right here, comma, -1, and of course, year here. Close parentheses, boom. We have created our first variable here. I'll enter. Now we need to add the return part. I'll enter. And right here, we need to add the divide function. So for the divide function, remember that I shared with you guys a basic formula about the premium growth at the beginning. And for this particular case, we are using the same definition, but we are using DAX functions, okay? So the numerator is the difference between total premium and previous year premium, okay? So remember that we just created our variable previous year premium, okay? So we're gonna use that variable, okay? Let's close parentheses. And of course, we need to add right here another parenthesis because this is just the numerator, comma here. The denominator, and for this case, we're gonna use the previous year premium variable as well, okay? Remember that we have previous year premium measure and we have also previous year variable. We wanna use the previous year variable here, okay? All right, so let's close parentheses. We don't care about the alternate result because that's optional. So let's close parentheses here and let's approve this change, okay? It's loading. Boom. It seems like it's working, guys. Now let's make sure that that's right. So let's drag this measure into the table and let's see what happens. It seems like it's working. We see values there. And of course, because this is growth, we need to represent this as percentage. It's right there. 2 decimals. Boom. Okay. So what we want to do now here is to add dates. Okay. So, but before we do that, let's delete this column right here because that's an empty column. And that way we can have just the measures there. Okay. All right. So we need to go to dates here and let's drag date into values. Okay. And of course, we care about year only here. Okay. Let's delete this. And we care about year. Okay. All right. It seems like it's working, guys, here. If you can see the table on the left. So we only have data here from 2010 to 2018. Okay. So for 2019, we don't have any type of data. So we can apply a filter here. Okay. So let's do that real quick. right here. And remember, here we can use year from the dates table or calendar table, and we need to apply this filter to the whole page. Okay, so let's use this one right here. Boom. And right here we need to apply just a basic filtering. Let's select all years, and then we need to unselect 2019 and 2020. Okay, so this is the filter that we wanted to apply to this table. So let's hide this option right here. All right, so that's how it works, guys. So now let's go back to the presentation real quick. We have found the year-over-year premium growth for my insurance company. It's already there. We know that it's working. And the second question here is to create two visualizations by using the year-over-year premium growth calculations. We have already created our first visualization, which is a table, so we are good there. Now let's create the second visualization. Let's go back to Power BI Desktop. So right here, let's insert into this area the year-over-year premium growth. Okay, so it's right here. Let's drag this into this area. Boom. And of course, we need to add labels here. So in that way, we can visualize this better. Perfect. So what else do we need to do here? We need to add right here the date column as well. Okay. So what we want to do here is select date from the calendar table and drag this into this box. Okay, perfect. And we have right here by year, okay, 2011, 2012 until 2018. Okay, there you guys have it. So what we can do here to visualize this better, we can increase the font right here. Okay, so let's do that real quick. Column headers, let's select 12 here. Okay, so what else can we do here? We need to select values here. So now let's customize the information for this visualization as well. So format right here, and right here we need to increase the text size right here, 12. Okay, and then we can also add right here for title, we can select this center and we can increase the title here, the text size 20. Okay, all right, so that looks better. And what we want to do here is just to make sure that everything is aligned. So we can also insert right here on slicer. Okay, so let's do that just to play with this information. And we want to select here the product claim. Okay, so let's move this slicer to the top, to the right here. Okay, so now if we want to see changes here by product claim, we can do that. So let's select, just for example, TV. So everything changes, right? Okay, so we can even make this a little bit bigger if we want, just to visualize everything. And then we can also modify this a little bit. Okay, so if we can visualize another product here, let's say PlayStation, everything changes as well. If we want to make multiple selections, hold down Control and then select printer, for example. Boom, we have for these two products. Okay, if we want to delete these changes, delete right here. So that's how it works, guys. All right, so before we leave, I want to give you guys another tip. So let's say that we want to customize even more these two charts. Let's say that we want to have negative values in red. So if we want to do that, we can use conditional formatting. So let's do that real quick, okay? Let's select this chart first and let's go to format here, data colors. And right here, if you guys can see the FX, let's select that. And right here, we're gonna select rules, okay? So if value is greater than or equal than minimum, and this should be number, and also is less or equal to 0 number, this should be in red. All right, New rule, if this value is greater, in this case, greater than 0, this should be number, and less than maximum here, and right here, this should be blue. Boom. And let's hit OK here. That's how it works, guys. So for the negative growth, we have values in red, okay? And let's play with this slicer as well to make sure that it works fine. It works fine. All right, so now let's do the same, but for this table. Let's select the table, and in this case, we're gonna select right here, fields. Remember that the column is called year-over-year premium growth. Let's hit this arrow right here, and then conditional formatting. Font color. So the concept is basically the same. We're gonna select right here rules, and right here is greater or equal to minimum, right? Should be number, and right here less than or equal to 0, and this should be of course in red, right? New rule, and right here this should be greater than 0, this should be number, less than maximum here, and this should be number as well, and right here for the positive numbers this should be blue. Hit OK. Boom. That's how it works, guys. So this is very helpful if you guys want to visualize the changes better. So of course we can also play right here, microwave, printer, TV, so it changes automatically. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation and see what else we have. Alright guys, I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If so, please give me a thumbs up, share with your friends. Also, leave your questions and comments below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss anything. Thank you guys, and see you in my next tutorial.